And now, our feature presentation.
Last time on Wolf Knight Mystic. Doomhill starts his journey as a reviewer by reviewing his childhood film, Madagascar, a 2005 animated movie by DreamWorks Animations. Doomhill ranked the film an A for being a good film and still holding up after all these years. However, Doomhill didn't review anything else for almost a year, until a trailer for a new Kamen Rider series showed up in his recommendations, Kamen Rider Gavv. A new series where the gimmick is junk food, and since Gotchard, for most people, was mid, he decided to check it out. What are his thoughts on the new Kamen Rider? Find out right now!
Honey, I'm home.
What's up, everyone? I'm Doomhill, reviewer, critic, and all-time furry. And welcome back to Wolf Knight Mystic, where I review whatever, whenever. And after an almost year-long wait... Yeah, sorry I was gone for a while. I've been procrastinating and moving into a new house since the other one got, let's just say, decommissioned. Transition! In 1971, in the land of the East, known as Japan, Shotaro Ishinomori, along with the company Toei, created a tokusatsu show called Kamen Rider. The show itself was about a motorcyclist getting turned into a cyborg by the evil organization known as Shocker. The motorcyclist escapes and now must use this power to transform into an insect-themed hero and fight the monsters Shocker has sent. The show itself was well beloved among people, so that eventually Toei decided to make another Kamen Rider series.
And then there was another one, and 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 another one.
Yes, Kamen Rider was so popular in Japan that they just kept on making more. And boy, which leads us to today's subject that has been released at the time of writing this script, Kamen Rider Gavv. Released on September 1st of 2024, Kamen Rider Gavv was a series that no one didn't expect to be made. Sure, we had Fruit Locks, Game Doctors, Fortnite, alchemy cards, but this series was something else. So with that said, let's jump away into the first episode of the new Kamen Rider series, Kamen Rider Gavv. We start the show off with the first episode, titled, A Snack Kamen Rider? Yeah, that title alone basically just sums up everyone's reaction. We see our main character, Shoma, running from some goons. He must have been trying to leak the Wile E. Coyote movie. Okay, why does this look like the door warehouse from Monsters, Inc.? Luckily, Shoma escapes the goons by falling into a door leading to our world. Also, the next day, a kid finds Shoma's dead body.
I'm not dead!
We then see Shoma and the kid, later finding out his name is Hajime, be walking down the street. Shoma notices the bag that Hajime is holding and asking him if that might be food. Hajime tells Shoma no, that they're not food, but rather seed for his mother.
そっか。お母さんに。
I smell blood! However, before he could recollect any more about his past, a van is about to hit Hajime. But luckily, Shoma saved him with some freaking meta-human crap. Elsewhere, a freelance writer, Karakita Hanto, questions a woman about seeing a monster before her husband disappeared.
実は見ていただきたいものがありまして、失踪前後でこういうのを見かけませんでした。
Why does this drawing give me static vibes? Feeling like this is some kind of joke, she leaves. Afterwards, Hanto's mentor shows up and scolds him for his crappy interrogation skills. Hanto's mentor then thinks that the woman that Hanto was talking earlier, Kiko Shirabe, I have screwed up that Japanese name, might be the killer and tells Hanto to tail Kiko and investigate.
Meanwhile,
A man gives one of the goons from earlier a ring of these candy things with humans on them. The goon gives the man a box, which angers the man, wanting more of what's inside, but the goon disappears. The man opens it to reveal a jello cube.
ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Back with Shoma and Hajime, Hajime takes Shoma to his secret base where he gives Shoma some gummy. And since Shoma never had any snacks before, he decides to try some. Well, they're not Flintstone vitamin gummies. He tries some more junk food until all of a sudden his stomach aches and...
何それ？
なんだろ
Anyways, we meet our collectible toys for the show, the Gotchizos. Small little gremlins that represent a box of whatever junk food Shoma has eaten. Hajime, being freaked out by this, which is understandable, then asks Shoma if he's not human. Shoma, being surprised by this, tells Hajime that 1, he is an alien, and 2, his species have these second mouths on their stomachs called Gavvus. Or, to be more Toku, Hajime then asks Shoma if his kind eats humans, which Shoma assures him that he doesn't eat humans, while the others,
Kid's gonna die tonight!
But before the plot can thicken, Hajime gets a call from his father to come back home because his mother came back from a business trip. So Hajime says goodbye to Shoma, telling him to stay at the base, and heads back home, only to pass by the creep from earlier. The creep then opens the box and eats the jello inside and...
Keep your Kentucky Fried fetish away from me!
Anyways, after that monstrosity... We cut back to Shoma as he remembers his mother telling him to not eat those jello cubes from earlier, which are called dark treats, or dark snacks as the Kamen Rider Wiki calls them. But then he sees the seashells and realizes that Hajime forgot about them. Where is he anyway?
君楽しそうだね
Bad touch! Bad touch! Stranger danger!
Luckily, Hajime walks the other way, ending up in a cargo shipyard where the guy uses his stomach mouth and tries to get Hajime. That is, until Shoma shows up and saves him. The man, now angered because Shoma interrupted his meal, grabs a weird USB drive from his stomach mouth and transforms him into a dog monster, which we later learn from Shoma that he and the dog monster are a species known as Granutes. After giving Hajime his seashells, he goes and fights the Granute. And does he succeed in kicking his tail? Wow! Yeah, Shoma is weak, so he's obviously screwed. While that's going down, Shoma gets PTSD flashback, and we get some info about his mother. And what happened to her?
She died.
The reason why is because she became one of those candy things from earlier. Mommy issues. The trope that anybody can relate to. However, Shoma doesn't want Hajime's family to lose their son, so he keeps fighting no matter what. Somebody please get this kid some milk! Luckily, a group of cochizos comes to aid him. Dude, don't! That thing was probably made with Taiwan plastic! Thankfully, he doesn't actually eat the cochizo, but instead eats it with his other mouth.
Henshin!
Ladies, gentlemen, and whatever gender is out there, we bring you Kamen Rider Gavv in his trademark Poppingami Forma. And thus, for real this time,
It's time for a death battle!
they fight for a while with good choreography until Hajime's mother shows up, scared out of her mind, and calling both Shoma and the Granute monsters. She then grabs Hajime and flees, ignoring the fact that Hajime's trying to tell her that one of those monsters, being Shoma, was trying to save him.
What a bitch.
The Granute laughs at this because Hajime's mother called Shoma a monster, which he's okay with since she also called the Granute a monster too. And monster or not, he'll do whatever it takes to keep on fighting. So basically,
if it cost me my life, man, I'd save my only friend. That's something I could live with. I could take that to the end.
Oh yeah, he also summons a sword out of his mouth and fights with it.
Okay.
You suck!
Well, that was some false marketing right there. Who could that be? Yellow? What is this box doing here? I better take it inside. Oh, shit, hopefully, yeah. Now, you're listening if you're listening.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Start the new rescue helicopter. Hey! Build the helicopter. And off to the rescue. Prepare the lifeline. Lower the stretcher. And make the rescue. The new emergency collection from Lego City.
Okay, so where were we?
Oh, yeah!
The Granute then transforms into a quadruped form and flees. Luckily, a new Gochizo shows up, and with it, Shoma uses it to create an ATV to go chase that doggy. Speaking of, the Granute, also called the Granute Hound, very clever, is looking for Hajime, until Shoma shows up, thus starting a chase scene with some good CGI. After a while, Shoma weakens the Granute and gives him a choice. Either give up the dark treats and be on his merry way,
Or else you will die.
and if you've seen Kamen Rider Double, you'll know that he ain't gonna give up that stuff. So Shoma uses another new Gochizo, known as a Kicking Gummy, and finish him off with a Rider Kick, fueled by Fanta.
Fun.
The next day, Hajime brings snacks for Shoma, but all that's in his face was a note from him saying that he's thankful for Hajime's help, but he doesn't want to get Hajime in trouble or in danger, so he leaves and takes the snacks with him. Also, we never get to hear Shoma's name during the episode, not until the end of it. Hajime then rips the note to make sure that there was no evidence and to keep Shoma's identity a secret. Meanwhile with Shoma, he wanders around the city until he spots someone riding a motorcycle. So he uses the Volcan Gochizo to create his own bike and rides to who knows where. Only to be found by a woman lying on the ground a week later, thus ending the first episode. This episode is a great start to the series. The story itself was top-notch with great mysteries to be revealed later on, while some of the characters are alright, especially Shoma. The choreography is amazing, the CGI was okay at best, and the music was great, especially that opening song, which more on that when we get to episode 2, hopefully. All in all, it's a good start to hopefully a good show. Well, better than what we had before.
Lock on.
All that said, I'm Doomhill. Be good people, have a day, and I'll see you all in the next full moon. Later! I wonder what's inside this box. Could be anything. Well, only one way to find out. Huh? Who in the right mind would send me some Super Sentai bootleg toy? If I know my Zoo-Oger is very little, by the way, maybe I just...
Well.
Note to self, don't press any ominous buttons. Ugh.
I'll chase you to the end of the go! Does he know, chat? Does he know? Ah!